Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile Essence League Hardcore. Oh, it's kind of early in the day. My throat isn't used to recording yet, but let's get right into it. Our inventory is getting a little bit packed up, so I figured, even though it isn't exactly the weekend yet. Actually, no, it's Saturday, right? It's Saturday. It's Saturday, so it's the next week. Let us start the day off with an ID session. So once again, if you're only interested in the items that I do end up picking up, or the currency that I end up making, and anything that's worthwhile, stick around, or you can skip right to the end of the episode and I will be showing that. Otherwise, if you want to stick around, chill out. If you notice any items that I sell that are actually terrible, that I shouldn't have, sold. If you notice that I sold any items that are actually good, any of those things, you can point them out to me. Otherwise, you can skip right to the end. I won't mind. I won't be offended. But yeah, so let's start off by selling all the items that are Chrome recipes. I know typically when I do a map, I shouldn't be keeping these, but it's just so tempting, especially since my loot filter highlights them. I just want to keep them, Okay. These are all the chromes. Let's take all the 6 sockets as well. Not actually that many 6 sockets this week, which is kind of disappointing, I guess. I would have liked more, but what can you do, I guess? Okay. Let's see what else is there. 6 sockets. 6 sockets and chromes. Any more? Doesn't look like there are too many more. This could... Actually, this isn't a chrome. What am I talking about? This is a 6 socket. I only had 1 6 socket item this whole week. Are you serious? Now that's quite surprising. I knew that I didn't have too many, but this is a very low number. Okay, sure. Alright, with that out of the way, let's start with weapons today. So let's start with all the bows that we picked up and see if any of them are any good. I guess this counts as a bow. Actually, before we do any of that, let's ID everything. Yeah? A lot of stuff to ID today. And honestly, this is probably going to be like a 40-minute session or something. It's gonna take a while, because there's so many items. Like last week, we did an early ID session, and there were only maybe like 3 or 4 tabs worth. This is like a lot more tabs. So, just a lot of items, which is a good thing, really. It means we have been, doing a good job in terms of picking all the items, in terms of, getting an appropriate amount of loot. And I'm ready for an ingestion of cash, of currency, since I've been spending a lot. Spending on what exactly? Honestly, I don't even know. But I've been noticing that a lot of my money has been disappearing. I've been spending a lot of alterations on Elrion to buy jewelers. That's one thing I've been doing. Okay, now let's start looking at those bows, shall we? Bow, bow, bow. These are all bows. So for a bow, you're typically looking for crit damage. For crit bows, otherwise maybe high fizz damage. I don't think anybody actually uses flat elemental damage. So if I see a high tier damage mod, that's probably something we want to look at. Otherwise, it's pretty much an auto sell. Like something like this, the percent increased physical damage just isn't high enough to justify keeping. So that's all going into the trash. The unique item I'll keep just for shits and giggles. Let's keep it over here. Are there any more bows that we have? Over here. Here. That's it? Okay, let's look at quivers as well. Not that many quivers either. Okay. No, like something like this might look enticing, like, oh, 3 damage mods, crit chance, and then resistance, but the resistance mods are actually useless mods. Like, you don't need them on a weapon. You typically max it out by using armor. The physical damage isn't high, and the elemental damage isn't high either, so it's all getting vendored. This is all vendor trash. For quivers, there are a lot of different kinds of quivers. The things that would make it good, maybe like you need just high tier rolls. The rolls that are kind of important are things like elemental damage, critical again, critical strike chance, critical multiplier, life, that's like pretty much about it. So if you don't have like a good combination of those, it's probably no good. Like this thing, the damage rolls are too low, so I don't think I can keep it. But having 30% critical strike chance, something like that would be good. But you need it in combination with critical multiplier for it to be any good. So once again, all vendor trash. Now, I might be wrong about some of these things. This is all based on my own opinion on how I judge items, and other people might have different filters. So you know, it could be different for other people. Let's take a look at body armors. Honestly, they have the most potential. Okay, and then let's put away some of this currency we got. Just put this all away. Gotta keep the hypothermia somewhere. Let's keep it here, and we'll pick it up in a bit. And that way we can pick up another chest piece. So last week we discussed chest pieces, but once again what you're looking for is high defense, high life, good resistances, and for ES just high amounts of ES. For evasion you're probably looking at somewhere around like 1500 evasion plus 100 life and then like 2 resistances. That would be considered good. Everything else probably not too good. Like this one has decent, not even that great evasion, but this isn't a good example. This one, if it had like a crazy amount of energy shield, it might be okay. But these are all no good. I might actually want to keep some of these for a chaos recipe. So before we actually go sell them, let's put it away first. Yeah, we need some chest pieces anyways. Whoa, this thing's item level 59. No wonder it's no good. Okay. So this one, something like this would be decent if it had better stats. You would want like tier 1 stats for all of these, but these are the kinds of mods that you're looking for. You're looking for increased armor, you're looking for life, resistance, and maybe another armor mod. Something like that. But in this case, we don't have it. So let's keep getting chest armors. Nope. Nope. Oh. Not enough life, sadly. Otherwise it'd be okay. This one, just no life at all. I mean, I could try rolling life on it, but life is just too important. Like, my chest piece is 95 life. It's too important to not have. But the resistance rolls are, like, pretty okay. Honestly, I can try selling this for, like, maybe, like, 1 chaos. Maybe somebody will buy it. But, it's not exactly the perfect piece. Some things don't match up. But we'll keep it around. And consider it as, you know, for us it's a decent drop, because chances are we're not going to find anything better, so. Decent drops for this week, pretty much. Decent / notable. Nope. No good. We'll put the unique item away. Okay. Let's keep looking at chests. Here. And that's about it. Okay. So these are no good. So really only one decent chest armor, and it's only for like mid-game leveling. Like this is a level 65 armor. It's probably for like the first couple tiers of maps. You take this, you go to the master, you mastercraft the life roll, gives you something like 40, 50 life, and then you can probably use this chest armor until you get to like tier 5s or tier 6 or something like that. But after that you probably want to upgrade. So let's look at some two-handed weapons. Switch it up from armor to two-handed weapons now. Let's not do staffs just yet. Let's look at the axes and maces and stuff. So for axes, once again, just like bows, you want like pure physical damage. They're actually really hard to find. So typically you can't find a good like this thing. You need a good combination of rolls. This one has like decent physical damage, but it doesn't have flat physical damage. It has flat fire, which means that the potential for it is a lot higher, and it's just not good. You need a good critical strike chance or critical strike multiplier. You need good flat physical. You need a good percent physical, and then something else like attack speed or something like that. So these are all going into the trash. Let's hold on to staves, mallets, axes, mauls. Let's take those swords, and we'll take a couple of these. And I'm actually going to put them into the chaos recipe because we're going to need to use it. So this one, no good. These are all bad. Okay, let's continue with the single-handed weapons. Actually, no, there's still a couple double-handed weapons, right? There's some staves, so let's work on those. Or staves. This. So staves are a lot harder to judge because they could either roll physical damage or spell damage. And basically, you're just looking to see if, for staves, if you get +3, like here you have a +2 cold gem. If you can get +3, that would be pretty good. Otherwise, you were looking for high spell damage or high physical damage. This one is just, it's not it. Or is it? Is it possible to roll +1 to skill gems on this thing? It's not worth the money. Like with staves, it's just so hard to judge. Oh my god, 100% spell damage. I've never seen that before. Actually. Yeah, like my wand doesn't have that high. Staves are just so hard to figure out. I don't know. I think I sell this. I don't think anybody would try to roll +3 on here. Especially for cold gems. Who would want +3 cold? I don't know. I'd understand +3 fire for summon raging spirits, but that's about it. Alright, now let's look at swords. Got a bunch of swords. There's a dagger. It's basically the same thing, which is just looking for damage. All weapons, the rolls are pretty much the same. The things you're looking for. So nope. Nothing good. This one's okay for like me to use, but this isn't okay to sell to anybody. No one's gonna try and buy this. So no. And I don't think I'm gonna run a sword build this league, so I probably don't need anything in the stash. Alright, so we've done a couple weapons. Let's switch back to the armors. Let's do some helmets maybe. How many helmets do we get this time around, this week? Quite a few. Yeah, like a decent amount. Alright. So let's go real quick to the Chaos tab. Helmet. We're looking for defense and a good life roll similar to body armor. None of these have it. Sell, sell, sell. Wow, look at this one. Level 40 helmet with 11 evasion and 15 energy shield. That's probably the worst. One of the worst helmets I've ever seen. This one wins MVP for worst item this week. Right here. Terrible. Okay. What's my current helmet? It has some life. Has some armor. It's not great. But okay. I know my helmet isn't that good. My boots and my gloves aren't that good either. So if I can find something to replace them, I wouldn't mind doing it. I think last week I had actually replaced my boots for a better one. So this is the upgraded boot. 25% movement speed, resistance life, and some evasion. But I would prefer to have armor instead. So if I can get my hands on that, I would be pretty happy. Speaking of boots, let's move on to the boots. Quite a few boots, actually. And just one more helmet. So back to the Chaos Recipe tab. Nope. No. And no. The rest are getting... Oh, I want to keep this one. This is the first two-tone boot I've ever gotten. I want to keep it just for like memory's sake. So let's keep that. Let's put it right here. It's like a trophy case. All right. Gloves. Gloves next. Not too many gloves this week. Okay. So back to that Chaos tab. Glove. And the rest are getting sold. Okay. Let's do a couple Chaos recipes real quick. Like this one. We can probably do another one. Oops. No, we can't. Okay, let's just sell these for now. 2 rings, 1 amulet, a glove, a belt. There we go. And here we're missing a boot, a glove, and a belt. To chaos. And we can probably do one more. Glove, belt, boot, helmet, chest armor, 2-handed weapon, ring, amulet. Whoa. There's an item level 59 in here. Okay, it's just that boot. Okay. What the fuck? There we go. Sell that boot. Useless. Alright. No more 2-handed weapons. So let us... Are there any more armor pieces? Not really, right? Whoa. But level 98 died. Okay, so let's look at the rest of our weapons. So maybe the swords and the claws. There's some of this. There we go. So these are getting sold. Hold on, let's look at them real quick. Nope, all no good. And let's see, some more of this. Scepters. Scepters. And maces. Nope. Trash all around. Not that I'm surprised. This is what you would expect when playing Path of Exile, just getting trash items all day, every day. Oh, there's a freaking helmet and chest armor here. Didn't notice. Nope. Alright, all getting sold. Let's deposit all the currency again. Okay, now let's look at the wands. These are the ones I'm probably most interested in. Not that we have all that many. Not many at all, actually. We'll take a look at the shields too, but I'm not interested in spirit shields. Okay. Nope. Nope. Alright, disappointed. That's okay. Plenty of money. This is still gonna make back a decent buck. Honestly, you can never really underestimate the power of selling rare items. Because you get so many alteration shards, it does make a difference. Okay, any more items? Chest, helmet. Okay, that's it in terms of items. Where's my chaos recipe? Chest armor. Let's put another helmet in here. The shield gets sold. Okay. Now let's collect all of our jewelry. This one actually needs to get ID'd. Nothing in here. A lot of jewelry, actually. Why do I have this random ring? Let's just alch it. Nope. Okay. So let's go into the Chaos tab. 24 minutes, not too bad. So for rings, it's really iffy on what you want, but it really depends on the build, the mods that you need. At the end of the day, if you notice that you have a high roll, like a bunch of high rolls, then they're probably pretty good. If the rolls aren't that good, chances are you're going to sell them. What are considered good rolls? Well, you want high resistance, high damage, high crit, high ES or life or something like that. You want a combination of it though. If you find yourself, like, if you find a ring that has high life or high cast speed and high attack speed, I don't even think it's possible, but stuff like that, that would be pretty useless. But otherwise, if it looks like it'll synergize, then it's probably pretty good. So this one, region, I don't know. I don't think it's good. Amulets, same idea. You probably want just critical chance. What's my amulet? God, my amulet is pretty awful, isn't it? What are my rings? My rings are pretty awful too. Those things definitely need to get replaced. But I need... So the stats I need are resistances, life, and a mana regen. Those are the things I need. If I can get my hands on those, I will be a happy camper. If not, well, it sucks. Like this isn't better than what I have. I don't think so. With the jewelry though, it's just really hard to figure out what's good and what's not. For belts, I know that chances are it's not going to be better than my belt. I have a pretty decent belt. It doesn't have that much resistance, but it has a good amount of life, and it has enough resistance, or it has enough resistance that I'm happy with, and it has some armor too, so I'm pretty okay with that. No. No. Nope. And nope. Jewel. The jewel. What do I do with this jewel? That could be okay. Physical damage with daggers and then projectile damage. Maybe you could use that as a spectral throw. That might be something I keep. So let's keep that. Okay. Now let's put all the maps over here. Let's just put all the currency into one tab. All these small pieces, let's just pick them all up. There we go. And there's still some more stuff, but let's start by putting in the full currencies. And this. Okay. Let's collect some more things. All right. Put all this away. And let's sort it too. Now this might be a waste of time, but to me, this is enjoyable. Seeing how much money I made throughout the week, that's fun. I enjoy that. So I see nothing wrong with wasting time like this. Even though, yes, it is kind of a waste of time, but still. I'm okay with it. I mean, this is the whole point, right? Playing this game to show off how much wealth you do or don't have at the end of the day. And then be happy with it. Okay, so let's deposit all the currency. Any more? Here's a unique item. All right. And then essences can go here. Maps go here. Quite a few maps this week. That's pretty nice. And the cards. I'll only keep the notable jewels and the notable gems. Is there anything notable? Not really. Gems are for myself. Couple fragments. Nothing crazy with gems, or nothing crazy with jewels either. Okay. That's pretty much the inventory for the week. Let's go through it real quick. We got a couple unique items. We got the Storm Cloud, which is, it's not notable. Ashrend. We picked up the Ascetic, which seems pretty cool. I've never seen it before. We also got the Fencoil, which was like it's a pretty old unique item. In terms of currency, we have around 60 alts, 5 chaos, 8 alks, 11 jewelers, 5 chisels, 1 GCP for this week. Not that much currency, honestly. 4 jewelers. We have around 12. We have around 18 maps from this week. In terms of notable cards, there you go. I'll run through it again. Did you see it? Let's go again. There we go. Those are the cards we got. Notable essences. We have a Screaming Essence of Dread, which is pretty okay. Screaming Essence of Woe, pretty decent. And a Screaming Essence of Hatred. These are probably the 3 notable essences from this week, since the Screaming ones I think are the top tier. Maybe not top tier, but it's high enough that we should be happy with them. Top tier that can drop, I think. And the rest are pretty low. Maps. Are there any decent maps in here? We have a tier 6 Thicket, tier 5 Dunes, tier 5 Pit, Peninsula, tier 5 Dunes, tier 6 Thicket. So two tier 6 maps and a bunch of tier 5s, and the rest are whatevers. And yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna finish the episode right here. I'm gonna deposit all of this stuff back into my regular inventory, and then we're gonna go back into our regular scheduled mapping. So look forward to that. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, as always, you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.